Good to hear you, Sam. Sam, you got a good signal coming in up here in the Woodstock this evening. And good to hear. I'm getting a lot of the folks on the Panhandle. Hopefully they're hearing me, but maybe not. But I'm hearing them, and they're coming in just fine up here, sounding really good. Not much really going on. Like I said earlier, got the KWM2, one of the other KWM2s back on the air. Of course, it doesn't do AM, but that's a shame. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But tricky little radio, and rebuilt that second power supply. Bought a junker at Huntsville and rebuilt it and got it back up, and it's doing good. Let's see, not much going on. Coming up on the 18th and 19th is the Chattanooga, Tennessee Ham Fest. As far as I know, it's still going to happen. And Lawrenceville is the talk of the town around here, November 2nd and 3rd. And then, of course, Orlando is February 7th and 9th, depending on what happens with this hurricane. That could have an impact on it. And then, of course, Dalton, Georgia is February 22nd. So that's what's on the Ham Fest forefront so far. But I am a little worried about Orlando. Looking at this hurricane in Orlando, I'm like, those guys are, we'll see what happens. Just see what happens with it. Not much else going on here. Just working on some old equipment, getting things kind of cleaned up. Got an old high school, actually a childhood friend of mine is in town, and he's done some radio work for the government, and he's in town, and I'm going to see him. I've known him probably, gosh, I think ever since I was about 4 years old. So he called me today, and I'll probably be catching up with him. He's in town on some business, so that'll be fun. It's always good to connect with some people way back there. Not much else. I appreciate you calling the net. Kevin, appreciate you calling the prenet, and we'll turn it back to you, Sam. It's certainly good to hear you in a W4 AMI. This is N4OZI.
Fine business, Alan. You're coming through good. Good to hear you, and everything's copacetic here in Dadeville. Dadeville's kind of dazed this time of day, and that's good. I like that. But anyway, all right, let's go on down the list here and see who else we got. Well, I think we've followed the list pretty well so far. Let me try John down there in Pensacola. K4VZS, it is your turn, sir. John in Pensacola, over.
W4AMI, K4VZS, Pensacola. Well, Sam, we are here. It's been a nice day. We had a great weekend. We're talking back on now. Good people to have around. And they're my friends. But not a whole lot going on. We're trying to get things back on keel and get going out starting pretty quick. Got to clean out another building first, but want to get all my stuff out there and another building going in the original operating position. But other than that, can't complain about a thing. Everything's just doing well. W4AMI. I get it straight now. K4VZS, Pensacola.
Mighty good, John. I knew what you meant. Doesn't matter. It's good to hear you. Got a great signal coming in from Pensacola. And let's hope that the weather doesn't get too bad down there. I feel for all you folks down there, and especially close enough to Tampa Bay area where the wind's going to blow big. So let's hope it's not too bad. But you know how it is. It is what it is. It be what it be. So there you are. Okay. Going on down the list here. Let me see if W4OLJ kicked in. Randall, are you there? Down in Sweetwater, Tennessee. It is your turn, sir. W4OLJ, W4AMI.
W4 AMI and the net. This is W4OLJ. Okay, Sam, I don't think it was my turn, but anyway, I'll take it and get it over with, I guess. Everything's fine here. Beautiful day, and didn't get a lot done, but a little bit. I guess that's better than nothing. And Dr. Ron, my electric radio magazine was all tangled up like yours there. I was reading the article on, let's see here, the guy on the front cover, Steve O'Neill, W9CBN, and I would be reading one paragraph and get through that paragraph, and it would start out another one, the same paragraph, two in a row, and I noticed that in several cases in there. So they had something tangled up. I don't know what, but I guess they'll get it straightened out there the next month. I really enjoy that little magazine. I've got the sample copy that they sent me in, I think it was in May of '89, and I subscribed to it right then. I've got every one of them somewhere. They're kind of scattered out in boxes here and boxes there, but I've got them somewhere. But anyway, it's good to hear everybody, and the band is in pretty good shape tonight. So back to you, Sam. You're doing a great job there. W4AMI, W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
Okay, mighty fine. Good to hear you from Sweetwater. Always good to hear you and so forth. And, let's hope everything works out in terms of the weather. But anyway, this is W4AMI with the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swamp and Fellowship Net. And we're just going to ease on down the list here. And next on my list, I've got Dr. John, KN4 Mike Echo in Kidden, Alabama. Dr. John, it is your turn, sir. W4AMI.
Thank you, Sam. W4AMI. W4AMI. This is KN4 Mike Echo, and I'm running between here and the kitchen where I got some food going. So I'll make this real quick. It's good to hear everybody. Hope everybody doing well, and we had a nice prenet. Not much else to add, Sam, but good to hear you and all the other, as I said earlier, angel music lovers. W4AMI, KN4 Mike Echo, 73.
Okay, 73 to you there, Dr. John. You're sounding great from Kidden, Alabama. Always a pleasure, and let's hope everything continues okay. All right, next we got, lost my place in the line there. Okay, let's see. Manual, KW4TV. Tallest mountain in Florida. It is your turn, sir. Manuel, good to hear you. And hope everything's good with you and Miss Amanda. Over.
W4AMI. Thank you, Sam. This is KW4TV. You're doing a great job, as always. We appreciate you. And we had Mac come down for the Ham Fest. Enjoyed seeing W4AX. Always a pleasure to see Mac. And John and a few of us at the Ham Fest. Sadly to say, it was not as good a one as we've had in the past, but maybe it'll pick up in the future. And everything's going good here. Been working around the shack today, doing a few things, and I want to tell Kevin that we certainly got Susie in our prayers. And, I've had that low sugar myself, and it's not something to play with. And I've got, as I said, I've got John working on some of my stuff. Hopefully he can figure it out for me. So there you go. That's about what's going on around here. Back over to you, Sam. KL4THQ, or W4AMI, I'm sorry. KW4TV.
Okay, Manuel, good to have you in here with us, and you're sounding good from down there at the tallest mountain in Florida. Hope it all works out. And you know how it is. Let's see. Let me spring around here and be sure I'm not missing anybody. I hope not anyway. Let me go back to our prenet contact. Our Kevin, WA4KM. Kevin, jump in here and straighten us out. This is W4AMI. Over.
Alrighty, Sam. W4AMI, this W4KM, assuming a call. Good evening, everyone. With that, let's see. We got a couple still on here. Let's pick up, see if Perry's still around, and then we'll pick up Roy. K4CWW, did you hang around, Perry? I think he was leaving, but I'm going to call on him because we don't want to leave anybody out. It's over to you, Perry, if you're still there. This is W4AMI in the Tuesday night SAMRC Swap and Fellowship Net.
Oh, yeah. W4AMI, K4CWW. I'm still here, fat and happy. I'll throw out my question one more time. I haven't heard anybody mention it, so I don't know if they weren't tuning me out and weren't listening to me, and they never had one. So, Richard Ward's 664 mic. I figure everybody out there has probably had at least one along the way. Got a couple. All of them seem a little weak on audio, enough that I'm concerned about it. And I was wondering if anybody had any comments about changing a cartridge in one of those, and those a potential source for replacement cartridges. So I'll throw that out again, and I guess other than that, hope everybody has a good day tomorrow and better day the day after that. K4CWW, back to you, Kevin.
Well, okay. I wasn't sure on that, so I did not respond. Maybe someone may. I'm not sure, Perry, but you're sounding good, by the way, down there in Tuscaloosa. I believe that's where you said you were at. I'm almost positive. But thanks for stopping by and hanging around there. Let's see. Roy, W4I Diddle down there in Pensacola. Come on in here and tell us about it. Over to you. This is W4AMI.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. Good to be on your list, son. Sam forgot about all those people down here in Pensacola. So there you go. Good job, Sam. Good job, Kevin. Y'all do good. Always enjoy it. Well, as Miss Minnie Pearl used to say on the Grand Ole Opry, I'm just proud to be here. And a little sad for everybody that ain't got nothing else to say. Well, I know I'm going to come later on. Put out the tent. Tune up the table. Let's make a little more else than right with the table. Man, you can't beat that. Well, let's see. We had a great weekend. This past Saturday we met with quite a few Pensacola people at Summer's Barbecue. Matt was down with us, and all the town was there, and Manuel and Glenda, his wife, and my wife, Joel, and we just had a neat weekend. Richard was there, and I don't remember who all, John, of course, was there, and David, and Randall. There was a bunch of us there. We had a good time. Didn't get to go to the Ham Fest. I'm not really, Warner and Gail Oberworld ain't able to do much traveling anymore. And if it's over an hour's drive, it just about puts her in the bed. So we didn't try to make it. But anyway, it's good to be here this evening. And then, here's me smoking that pipe too much. I'm on Miss Bitsy 60, as Sam calls her. I call her Miss Mary Lou, little DX60 trench runner, an XC303 with a receiver, a pair of 813s and a B&W amplifier, and there you are. Well, I'd like to say all that to say this. You never know who's listening out there. And sometimes them sidebanders don't know what a good piece of AM gear is. So Kevin, that's about it, I guess. As I said, you're looking like this. I hope everybody out there in Radio Land feels as good as I look. Number 4, AMI, to take you from W4 out in the middle of Pensacola.
Kevin, you need to pick up Stan.
Yep, I got to get Stan and also Don and Tom on Tick Ridge. I know, Sam called on Stan. I remember him calling on Stan. I'm sure he did. But anyway, we'll get him again. Tom, W9TAB down there in Pensacola, over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, W9TAB. Good evening, Kevin. Thanks again for doing the net, you and Sam. And everybody's sounding good down here on the Gulf Coast. Conditions are improving a little bit. Hearing a few lightning crashes in the background, but that's to be expected. It's been a pretty good day. I like enjoying the weather. It's not as hot as it has been. Able to get some stuff accomplished outside. You know how that is. And a little bit around work around the hand shack as well. I really enjoyed Saturday with the Saturday Southeast, and really enjoyed the Ham Fest. More visiting people than much anything else. And always enjoy Ham Fest. You know, that's just we can see people you haven't seen in years, you know, and catch up on old times and things like that. Well, that's probably what I got for the net, and I appreciate it again, Kevin. Thank you very much. W4AMI, W9TAB, back to the net, and good evening, everybody.
Well, you sound good, Tom. Out of Florida, you got a great signal, audio just right, and you guys sound really good. All righty, and I'll pick up Stan here. Let me pick up Don next, but I thought Sam did, but we'll pick him up again. I don't mind. K5HFG down there on Tick Ridge. Manuel, if you're still there, kind of listen out, y'all. Maybe he's back up here, but I'll watch him on the scope. K5HFG, my good friend, Mr. Don on Tick Ridge. Over to you for your comments. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI, this is K5HFG. I'm all befuddled here. Good evening, everybody on the net. A lot of good signals now that I'm relocated to the proper frequency. I don't know how that happened. I know I was on 3880 a couple of days ago, but I thought I had changed that on the VFO. Evidently not. But it's okay. It's all over now, so everything's good. I got to switch back to where it belongs. I'm running the Ranger tonight, a 922A Kenwood amplifier. I kind of got reassociated with this kind of rig, and I like it. It makes good AM. At least it has in the past. Nothing going on here on Tick Ridge. It's a beautiful day. And I got a few things done. Mostly just irritated the XYL, but that's an everyday job. Everybody's sounding good. Propagation is great. And I'm like Roy, I'm just proud to be here. 73, have a good weekend to everybody. And we'll do this again. W4AMI, K5HFG from Tick Ridge.
Well, okay, Don. Yeah, you sound real good now that you're up here with us. But you were dead on 80, though, so you had it tuned down there just fine from our earlier conversation as well. But you're dead on here as well, and Ranger's doing you a fabulous job. All right, we're going to pick up some more, but let me go up here to Stan, W4KR up in the Golden Triangle. Stan, over to you for your comment, sir. W4KR, W4AMI.
Okay, Kevin. W4AMI, W4KR. Well, thank you, Kevin.
No, I did not make a transmission earlier. I inadvertently, just about 30 seconds before, Sam was going to call me, and about 30 seconds before he did that, I hit a switch that's mounted on the vertical side of the desk with my knee, and that knocked off. That's a switch that controls a relay, which controls the 240 volt line, and I knocked the amplifier off the air. And it takes the 30S1 3 minutes to come back, and it wasn't ready. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Copying everybody. Don, HFG. Don, I got to compliment you. When you were on 80, I did not hear you. Because I didn't tune down there, and you weren't buckshotting up this far. So, congratulations. Well done, my friend. But you were great this time. You were just about 20 over 9 this time. And yeah, good to hear you. Perry, K4CWW, are you still here, Perry? Break?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Electro Voice 664. Here you go. They operate on either 200 ohms or 500 ohms, depending on how you have them connected. But they do not have high output. They have pretty low output. So they need help. They need help, and they are flat, but without very much semblance. So they need an equalizer. They need an equalizer behind them to get them loud enough and sound good enough. They sound pretty flat the way they are, but they were in a relatively early PA mic. They were designed for PAs, and I guess Colin started using them because they like the looks of them, I guess, or for whatever reason. But they can be made to sound good, but they need a little help. So I doubt I have one, and that's the way it's always behaved. And I've had it since it was practically new, and I never beat it up. So anyway, that's the scoop. Kevin, that's it for tonight. Carry on. You're getting near the end of the line, and the frequency has been busy. There are at least 3 QSOs going on here simultaneously. W4AMI from W4KR.
Yeah, go ahead, contact. I got WB0JZG too, by the way. Go ahead, contact.
Thank you, Kevin. Stan, you're 30 over at my house tonight. Great signal. I'll double.
Thank you, Roy.
Oh yeah, Stan, you're balling in here. Yeah, but I agree with Stan. I didn't hear Don earlier, and Manuel did. That I looked up and see somebody on 80, and I just tuned down there, and he was just as clear as a bell. So yeah, he wasn't buckshotting or nothing. So for the Ranger and all that, I'm like Stan, Don. Kudos, bro. You did a fabulous job. Anyway, all righty. Next on the list, and this is the bottom one, then we'll take some more check-ins this evening. This is the Tuesday night edition of the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net. Meet each and every Tuesday night on 3885 kilocycles in the AM mode, and we're going down to pick up WB0JZG. It's over to you for your comments, sir. This is W4AMI.
Southeast Amateur Radio AM Net, WFD0ZG. Well, we're trying to get ourselves ready for the storm that's headed our way. Still not sure what we'll end up coming in, but we know we're going to get some wind and rain and probably stuff. I've got generator arrangement so I can power the place for many days if I have to. That means that we won't lose our power. See? So I've got that done, and
Tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon, I will loosen up all the ropes on the antenna wires and let them kind of dangle down loose so that the wind doesn't break things, because it helps when you give it a little room to move. The verticals that are kind of hidden up in the trees, they should survive. Depends on how bad the trees whip around and how strong the winds are, and therefore I don't lose any of the trees back there that are doing the work for me, holding up the wires. Well, that's kind of the deal there, and I think we're in pretty good shape to weather the storm. Cleaned out some gutters on the drains on the porch roof so that they flow very, very good for now. They may fill up with all the crud that comes out of the trees, but storms can go a lot of different ways, and we could end up with 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts coming in here, and we could end up not. You know, it could be Category 3 when it hits the coast. It could be Category 2. Don't know. He said it could be a low-end Category 4. It's just pretty unknown, and it's a very, very strong, dangerous storm now. But there's a lot of wind shear up north of the northern part of the state, southern Georgia, down in up in the Panhandle. If it starts trying to move north, it's going to weaken it quite a bit, and it'll help to temper that storm when it comes on in. Running the Super Senior tonight, about 300 watts output, listening on the Home-Built solid-state receiver. So far, everybody's down front. Kind of nice. When that first started, I had trouble listening to something. The way it is when I'm way down under here, so far away from everybody in the net. W4 AMI. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a few days and everything will still be working. We'll see what happens. W4 AMI. WB0JZG.
W4 CDJ.
All right. Hey, Dan. I was just fixing a call for stations, but we'll go ahead and pick you up while you're there, and then I'll call for other stations. We're at the bottom of the list, so go ahead up there, CDJ. Dan, hope you're doing all right this evening. Go ahead and make one. This is W4 AMI.
Hello, Kevin. And good evening to everyone. W4 AMI and the Tuesday night AM SwapNet. This is W4 CDJ. We're doing fine here, other than the fact we've got 2 broke ribs, but we're gonna make it through that. We've had those before, and I was just I had my dipole down. We've been clearing some property next to us, and I had my 75-meter dipole tied to a tree. It's now gone, and but I found another tree tonight to tie it to, because I was hoping in the morning maybe I could check in at 7:30 with WA4LLR and some of those guys up there, Burnsville, North Carolina, and up that way. I used to work those guys a lot, Brandon and some of them other fellows, and see how they're doing. But just thought I'd tie it up and see how it worked. Looks like the reflected power is okay, so I guess the tree I got it tied to is going to work, and that's primarily why I broke in early. Kevin, I appreciate you picking me up. Hope everyone's doing fine. Look out for the storms coming in down there in Florida, and hope you all have a good evening. W4 AMI, W4 CDJ. I hope we're sounding okay here.
Oh, yeah, Dan, I'm copying just fine. Not a problem. A little bit of curious being there, but for the most part, I copied everything you said and hadn't heard you in a few weeks, and hope you and the wife there are doing good. It's so good to hear you. All righty, let's see. We've reached the bottom of the list. Before I take check-ins again, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody on the original list, and then we'll take check-ins after that. If I missed anyone or Sam missed anyone on the original list, please come at this time and let us know. This is W4 AMI. That's right. Okay, good. We got everybody. Okay, now, if you'd like to get on the roster this evening for the Southeastern AM Radio Club Swap and Fellowship Net,
please come at this time. This is W4AMI.
W4AMI.
Kilo 3 Foxtrot Zulu Delta.
Okay, hey John. Wonder what you're over now, Jim. Sounds a little different. We'll get to you here in just a second. W4MA, I got you. I believe that's Bill, and then K3FZ Dell, Signal Mountain, and John TP. So W4AMA, go ahead, sir. How you doing this evening? And welcome. This is the W4AMI.
W4AMI from W4MA. Good evening, all. Good evening to the SAMRC group. Thank you, Kevin, for being there. I think Sam is in there someplace. Good evening to you, Sam. I hope all is well with you also. Great to check in. Late check-in, but better late than never. Just pushed back from the dinner table, but happy to be here. First time in the shack today, but happy to hear this group, no doubt. Doctor visit this morning for myself and the XYL, so it's good to be back home. We feel fortunate. I was told I'm in good health, so I'm happy to be here. My thoughts and prayers are off to the guys and families down there in Florida. Lived there for quite a few years. I have an idea what they go or will be going through, but it looks quite intense. Best of luck. God bless to all of y'all. Thank you, Kevin. Great signal from you as always, and I hope all is well with you. W4AMI from W4MA. Good evening, 7-3.
All right, 73's for you up there, and good to hear you got a great signal this evening. All righty, next on deck, we got K3FZ Delta. It's over to you, sir, for your comments. This is the Tuesday night SAMRC Swap and Fellowship Net. It's over to you, W4AMI.
W4AMI, this is K3FZD. Thank you. Good evening to everybody. I've been a few weeks away from things, I guess, but I'm here again. It was a very nice day on Signal Mountain. We have a great view from where I look. So I sit across the valley. And you can see some of the mountains just there at the bottom of the Blue Ridge, like Frog Mountain and Culper Mountain. So it was a really good day here. Not doing a whole lot. Took a little bit of yard work, but that's it. And otherwise taking it easy. Running the Yaesu FT102 tonight in AM. So that's how it is here. W4AMI, K3FZD.
All righty. Well, you're sounding good this evening. Band's getting a little choppier, but that's to be expected. All righty. Next on the list, we got John, W4TP. John, what rig are you on this evening? This is W4AMI.
Yeah, Kevin, W4TP on the rice box, 75602. Got a vacuum cleaner over here, scraping up rice as I talk. I've been out working on a stupid air conditioner today. And it looks like it's going to be a hot night here this evening. Anyway, just put me on the list, Kevin. It's something good around here. It's about 50 watts. W4TP, back to you.
Okay, John. Well, hey, I heard you fine, though. I just knew it wasn't your usual broadcast audio, which is a good thing, but the other icebox is doing fine. I heard you fine, and of course, we don't shy away from anything. If you can be heard, just jump in. And so good to hear you, John. Looking forward to maybe trying to jump in there this Thursday with the mullets. Okay, well, let me take one more standby, and then we'll close this out. Anyone else wishing to be the tail gunner, as Sam says, on the SAMRC Swap Net, please come now. W4AMI. Okay, what a good list, guys. Thanks for y'all being patient with Sam and myself. We enjoy calling this net each and every week, and had a good long list, and
considering the bans. Please pray for all the people down there in Florida and still in North Carolina. I can't believe they're turning help away in FEMA, but I'm not going to get into that. And also join the Gulf Coast Mullet Society this Thursday night on 3885. They meet there at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Love to have you there Thursday coming up. And then on Sunday morning, a.m., 6 a.m. that is, you got on 3885, you've got the Warren Alley Memorial Net. And I'm sure those guys would love to have you. And I almost left that out. Mac and some of the guys get in here. Here's my note. Saturday mornings, it's not in order, guys, sorry. Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock Eastern on 7290 a.m., the guys meet up there if you'd like to join them on Saturday morning. And then also we'll start the Monday week back for the Eagle AM Net on 3885 at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Guys, thank you all. I enjoyed it. As always, everybody have a safe night, and please keep them people in your prayers. This is W4 AMI, turning the frequency back to normal AM use. And before I do that, let me shoot it over to Sam, make sure he don't have anything. Sam, over to you. WA4 now, KM. Okay, Sam got tired, I guess. Anyway, guys, have a great evening. Enjoyed it. 73, God bless. Stay safe. WA4KM is clear.
Good job, Kevin.
73, Kevin. Early voting started today in Indiana.
Great job,
And Georgia and I cast our vote. So y'all remember to do that. Be a good time. Y'all have a good evening. W4CDJ QRT.